Hey guys, welcome back. I am here again to go over Darren's night training. We are still breastfeeding, so this is like a huge big ordeal for us. It has been about 16 to 17 nights because we did skip a night or two when he was sick. Is that mommy? But basically it's going a lot better than I thought it would. Especially since we were co-sleeping and breastfeeding through the night whenever he wanted to. He could just have boob. So I will put the link down to my other video just in case, but basically I did 1 week and I recorded and that went pretty good. Things are going better. I'm still surprised at how good things are going. I mean, he's still not 100% sleeping through the night, but there has been one night, which is night 13, that he woke up 0 times throughout the night, which was crazy because I still woke up because I was worried and I kept checking the camera. But he is down to waking up about, on average, 2 times a night, sometimes 1. And every now and then, 3. He is going through some transitions though. He seems to wake up less, obviously, when he is only taking like 1 nap a day. If he's taking 2 naps or if he had like a late nap, he seems to wake up more or go down later or stuff like that. So basically we kind of just did cold turkey. I only give him boob before bed at night in the rocking chair. And he usually falls asleep in my arms, sometimes not, but most of the time he does. And then I lay him in the bed and he's fine, and he'll kind of like get comfortable or whatever, and then I leave. And it's usually around, hey, you're making that move. Here, you want jelly beans? You want jelly beans? Jelly beans! So, sorry. So basically, he goes to sleep around 7:30, 8 o'clock every night. Sometimes even earlier if he's skipped a nap. Sometimes a little later if he had a late nap. Like, I think it was 2 nights ago, he didn't go to sleep till 11. Even though we were in his room from 8 o'clock to 11, he just wouldn't sleep because he had such a late nap. So I think he's trying to transition to 1 nap now that he's 18 months old. So I give him boob, put him down, and then he doesn't get boob again until usually around 4:30 or 5 o'clock. The reason why it's that is because that's when he wakes up, and that's before I go to work. So I do like to cuddle before work. So when he wakes up at that time, I'll grab him and we'll cuddle and I'll boob him. And sometimes he goes back to sleep and he'll stay in the bed with Daddy in our bed. So we co-sleep in the very early morning for maybe an hour. Or I'll go to work. Sometimes he'll sleep with me too, like on the weekend. He'll sleep like a half hour to an hour after he wakes up. But like this morning when he woke up at 5 for boob, he actually was just awake for the day. He didn't want to go back down. But we still got to cuddle for a half hour. So I think because we cuddle for like a half hour, I feel like that really helps me as the parent to kind of let him go and sleep on his own. Because I was really worried that it would be too hard for me to kind of sleep train him. And I thought I would miss him a lot. And honestly, I really, even the first night, like, I mean, I was sleeping on the same floor as him and like next to him in a different bedroom because I thought I would miss him, and I kind of did, but it was more of a worry than a miss. But by the 3rd night, I didn't miss him anymore, and I was enjoying the freedom of sleeping by myself, and that was really cool, even though I worried about him. So it was like I didn't miss him, I just worried, like, where is he? The reason why we decided to do all of this is because I figured once he could talk, it would be even harder for me to make him lay down at night if he's like, but Mommy, I miss you, or Mommy, I want to sleep with you. I figured it would be harder. And then also, I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. My husband can sleep through anything, but I wasn't. Every time Darren moved, I'd wake up. Every time he fussed, I'd wake up. This way, he's like separate from me, he can move, and Darren actually sleeps a lot better on his own now too, I've noticed. He seemed to wake up more when he was sleeping in that bed with me because he knew that Boo was right there. He'd just wake up, crawl over, and kind of suckle and fall back asleep. So I do feel like it has helped in that regard. So I can kind of go over, like, just in case you guys didn't watch my other video, but basically for the first 3 nights of sleep training, he woke up 6 times a night. So the first 3 nights were hard, the hardest. and I slept near him because he was waking up so much on the same floor right next to him in the guest bedroom on a different bed. Now we're, of course, down to I sleep in my own bed, which is downstairs. His room's upstairs. And, of course, our own bed with my husband. But I think consistency is key. So if you guys are going to sleep train, definitely just be really consistent. Even though when he's waking up 6 times at night, you are tempted to just go back to the old way because you're like, wow, I'm getting way less sleep than I was. It wasn't that bad. You start to kind of convince yourself like, oh, it wasn't that bad. But I knew that I had to stay consistent, and I had planned it out to where I had 4 nights off. 4 nights? Yeah, because of the Easter weekend, I ended up having like 4 nights off. So it was a perfect time to sleep train him. Of course, he got sick during that period, but anyway, so yeah, after the first 3 nights, he woke up 6 times, and then by the 5th night, he woke up just once, and that was like a miracle. And once that happened, it really encouraged me to keep going. But after he woke up the one time, night 6, 7, and 8, he woke up 3 times, and then oops, sorry, that's my phone. On night 9, he woke up 4 times, and then night 10, 2 times. Nights 11 and 12, he woke up 3 times. And then, of course, night 13 was the magical night. He woke up 0 times. But I kept waking up, like I said, checking the monitor, making sure he was okay. Like, I was like, am I just sleeping through his cries? I kept checking, and he was fine. So, yeah, that was magical. But then right after the 0 nights, the next night, night 14, he woke up twice. And then night 15, he woke up 3 times. Night 16, he only woke up once. So that was like, yay, again. That was awesome. And then like last night, night 17, he woke up twice. So when he's waking up, though, like last night he woke up twice. I was still awake when he woke up the first time. I think that we woke him up by making a noise because his bedroom is kind of by our living space. So I think we closed the door and he woke up. So we went to bed at 8, and then he woke up again the first time at 9 p.m. And then the next time he woke up, I believe, was 2 o'clock. He usually likes to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there, 1 or 2. So, I mean, it really wasn't that bothersome when he wakes up sometimes 2 to 3 times a night because I'm still awake. If he'll sometimes wake up at 9 or 10, and that's not super bothersome, but like obviously when he's waking up at 1 or 2, that's the hard one because I'm like in a really deep sleep. The morning one doesn't bother me as much, like 4 or 5, because I wake up early anyway. But of course we're going to just continue doing this. Hopefully it helps. The night that he woke up 0 times, I'm like, why was it so magical? Why didn't he wake up? He only had 1 nap. We had a busy day. He was exhausted. When I put him down, he had footy pajamas and cotton, and he slept on his tummy without any blankets, and he had the fan on low. And I kept thinking, oh my gosh, he's going to get cold. And I was like, well, when he wakes up the first time, I'll just go and put a blanket on him after he wakes up the first time. But well, that never happened. So I kind of tried to repeat doing that, like, okay, no blanket, footy pajamas. Maybe that was so magical. Maybe he's getting cold or hot or something. But that wasn't the case. I've tried, and it hasn't really worked again. I think sometimes he just wakes up and he can't go back to sleep, honestly. But we're really enjoying it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I do plan on, after maybe a month of this, I want to get to where we're weaning him completely off of my breast. So technically we have been weaning now for about, I would say, a year. Basically, since he's been eating solids like regularly, I basically was only giving him boob for naps and sleeping, and then we totally cut out naps for the most part. Mostly. Sometimes he still, if my husband puts him down to nap, he's fine, but if I'm involved, he definitely wants boob. But originally we totally cut out nap, and I wasn't giving him boob for nap, and it was just morning and night. But since we started sleep training him again, I kind of gotten lenient and given him boob more because he's not getting it at night. So I'm like, okay, well, if he's not getting boob at night, then it's fine. He can have it however much he wants during the day. So we kind of regressed a little bit. But after a month of doing this, we're going to get more strict, and I eventually want to cut out the morning feeding and just have 1 night feeding, and then eventually cut out the night feeding. So we're getting there. But I'm going to show you guys his room if it's not a complete disaster since he's been playing in it. But I'll show you where he sleeps. Okay, so this is Darren's bed. Come on, show them your bed. Come on. Darren, come on. You want to see? So this is his toddler bed. Oh my goodness. We lost the piece that goes here. and I think I need to call the company and get it because we've looked everywhere and I just cannot find it. But basically this is his toddler bed. We did have to buy the little rail thing here to do the transition. He can get in and out of it really easy. I wish that he would come and show you guys. Darren! We did have to get a little baby gate. You see the baby gate there? Because he can open and close his door, as you just saw. So when he wakes up in the middle of the night, sometimes he just gets out of the bed and he opens the door like he's sleepwalking. He loves this little stuffed animal. He likes to grab his stuffed animals and cuddle them. He never did that before, so I think it's a self-soothing thing. We just use a regular pillow because that's what we used when we were, you know, sleep training him. Typically, I just have like a light, like this little swaddler blanket on, and we usually keep the fan on. And then I have a really thick blanket that we'll use when it's really cold and we don't have a fire. But if we don't use it, he does like to use it as a pillow. Like sometimes he flops his head and goes the other way. And then he has more little stuffed animals, and throughout the night he'll kind of cuddle all of them. I always have extra blankets around just in case I need them. Sometimes when I wake up with him to put him back down, I'll go in the rocking chair. But lately, I just point to the pillow when I wake up. If he's still in bed and crying, I point to the pillow, say, okay, night-night, lay down. And he'll just lay down, and I'll just watch him, and I won't even have to touch him. But when he wakes up and he's at the door screaming, then I pick him up, and sometimes I'll go in the rocking chair. Like last night, I had to do that, and I made him go to sleep, and then I lay him in the bed. He's not completely asleep, but oh my goodness, he's partially asleep. Are you playing? Yes. This is a must. We love white noise here in this house. It's a little outlet. We got it on Amazon. I don't think it was that expensive. I want to say maybe $25 to $35. It has all these different settings. It's a night light as well. His tummy glows, but it's too bright for us, so we just use the little stars. And of course you can't see it because it's too light out. But it's pretty awesome. And that's, oh look, you can see him. He's going. Are you getting in your bed? Yeah? Is that your... Oh, cuddling him, huh? Yeah. But that's it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and I will answer them to my best knowledge. I'm not a pro, but this is what worked for us, and it's just getting better. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.